my jaws.
Okay, you're good.
Alright, well, we've all had our share of bad days and hard times and bad experiences, some more than others, but I'm sure everyone here has been overwhelmed a time or two, at least once in your life. I mean, everyone gets overwhelmed. Things usually get worse before they get better. So, in other words, sometimes you gotta fall before you fly. And that's the quote that I'm doing. This quote has actually helped me through a lot in my life. And when things look completely hopeless, I just flip on the Sleep from the Siren song, and I heard that quote, and be like, you know what, maybe there's some hope. But to give an example of this, I'm going to share with you my experience of being addicted to a drug that I'm sure we've all heard of, K2 spice, and how I overcame the addiction. It started the winter of last year when I got into it. My life was actually not that bad at the time, and I kind of got into it because I was hanging around people who were already doing it, and they were like, hey, this is pretty fun. I'm like, okay. It was a pretty fair decision on me because it led me to a lot of things that I did not ever want to go through. I got into a lot of trouble with the police. I went to Cedar Rapids at least twice a day, about $10 of gas. It completely ruined my car. A lot of trouble with the police. I got pulled over for speeding. I got restrictions on my license. They fined the bags that stuff in my car. And you know, I didn't think it was that big a deal because technically they couldn't do anything. It wasn't illegal, and all they would do was take it. And back then I was just like, whatever, I'll just go get another one. Addiction is something that you don't know what it's like until you experience it. Your whole vision is clouded. You don't think that you've changed, but you've changed a lot. You think everyone else around you has changed, but it's you. I lost almost all my friends because of it. I was a complete tool shed to them. Towards the end of when I was recovering from the addiction, I ruined a whole relationship over it. My life was going down a one-way path, and it was terrible. I don't think I would have lived through it until I was going down that path, and there was a fork in the road, and I took the right path, put my life back on track, and started getting over it. One night that really kind of switched things around in my life is I got in trouble with the police one night and got pulled over, and I was violating restrictions on my license. And Roger Roseberry is actually the officer that pulled me over. He followed me home in my car, and he laid into me for about an hour about how stupid I was, and it opened my eyes, and I realized my life was going down a path that I didn't want it to go down, because it wouldn't last that long. It was really a hard thing to do, to get over an addiction, because it's all you want. It really is. You just want it all the time when you don't have it. But I did overcome it, and it was a great challenge that I never thought I would have faced in my life. Maybe your problems aren't anything like this, but they don't have to be. Everyone goes through troubles, especially in high school. There's a lot of drama, all that stuff, you know, relationships, schoolwork, got all this stress on your back. I mean, you go through breakups, your friends get in fights over stupid stuff. Oh, you told my boyfriend this, so now he's mad at me, whatever. But it does get better. Like, no matter how bad things can get, it's probably going to get better. And you really have no choice but to fall out in your life, and what else are you going to do? So, this quote's really helped me through a lot of hard times, as I just told you about. And times may get hard, nothing's going to change that, but just always remember that sometimes you got to fall before you fly.